Okay, this is the test of whether or not I can finally call myself an intermediate sewer. In my hands, I have 41 pages of a pants pattern with 0 directions. 0 directions. To be fair, there are minimal instructions online, but by and large, we're doing this solo. So I just walked into my room and all I can think about is follow the yellow brick road. I mean, how else am I supposed to air dry 5 yards of fabric in the city? And I'm running out of space. Ever wonder what 5 yards of fabric looks like? I'm about to show you what this looks like all laid out. This keeps going. This is definitely a follow the yellow brick road moment right here. My pattern pieces for these pants are as follows. Front, complete with a 9-inch zipper, a back, pockets, a front waistband, and a back waistband. Let's get into why I'm even making these pants in the first place. I have a lot of boring jeans, a lot of boring black trousers. I have some colored trousers to like spice things up a bit, but by and large, they're all kind of the same straight leg, barely wide leg shape. And then these Anthropologie pants in all their sunshiny glory, I saw them on Pinterest and I was like, those, must make those. I also really like this top that she's wearing, so if you think I should make a top like that to go with the pants, let me know in the comments. So I guess now there's 2 questions with these pants. Number 1, like I said before, can I actually make them with 0, little to no directions? And can I actually make them to look like are they gonna come out looking like these Anthropologie pants? How much like these Anthropologie pants are they actually going to look like? Let's find out. Well, it's finally time to start the challenge of whether or not I'm an intermediate sewer. And what I know from every pattern that I've made is that step 1 is always pleats or darts. And these pants have pleats, so I'm pretty confident that that's what I should start with. I know I'm eventually gonna have to put the zipper in, but the question is step 2 the zipper or the pockets? I feel like I should put the pockets in before I attach the front pieces with the zipper. I think. To be honest, it probably doesn't matter which one I put in first, but I did go ahead and get the pockets in, and now I'm just going to iron them down. And while I'm at it, I'll just put the pockets on the back too. I need to make a confession. I knew I was gonna need help with the zipper. And that's because I've only done one fly zipper before. And also on this pattern, there's like no markings. There's a tick mark right here. I think that maybe means center front. I'm not 100% sure. So can you really blame me? I think I'm gonna have to call in reinforcements for the zipper. And the reinforcements I'm pulling in is following the directions from this former pattern that I made with the cargo pants. But I'm flying blind here without any markings. The first thing I did was sew both front pieces together along what I think is the center front and then also down a little bit on the crotch seam. Then I'll open out both sides, wrong sides up, and fold back the left front. Then I'm going to sew in my zipper along the folded edge, just like this. My zipper is now sewn in, but I do want to point out that I placed the zipper about 5/8 of an inch from the bottom here. This is important and you'll see why. Once the zipper is sewn in, open out the right side facing and baste the zipper to it to hold it in place. Once that's stitched on, I'm gonna open the pants back up and baste this down. All's well and dandy until I have to top stitch on the front of the pants blind. Here we go. Now comes the hard part of top stitching without any markings. Here's a pattern piece of pants that I've made before, and you can kind of see this stitching mark right along here. This is what we want to recreate on this pattern piece. Right here along my finger is where the end of the zipper is. And remember, we did it 5/8 inch above the bottom of the facing. Well, I'm just gonna mark the bottom of the facing because this is how low I want my stitching to go. Right there. And I think I wanna keep going along where the edge of the zipper is. I don't know if you can see that, but if I pull my fabric really tight, I wanna go all the way down kind of along here. And I wanna start curling in right about there. Okay, here we go. I've got this pin to hold the zipper down, and then way at the very bottom is my pin to know where I want to stop, and I'm going to curve the stitch around like this. Here we go. Very, very slowly. As I'm sewing, I'm keeping my finger right along the edge of the zipper. I can feel the edge of the zipper as I move my finger along, and I'm just using this as a guide as to where I want the fabric to go into the needle, because I want it to be right along the zipper. I did have some trouble going around the curved area, and I did actually have to do it twice, but I think it came out really, really nicely. So now I'm just going to give this a good press, take out the basting stitches, and here is the final result. Now we have a fully functioning fly zipper. Okay, I need to think a minute. What is the status? I just finished the 2 front pieces with the zipper. I still have 2 back pieces and a waistband. What is left to do? I still have to attach the front to the back, sew the inseam, sew the crotch, and then attach the waistband. I think the next step is to sew the front to the back along the outside. Quick timeout on this waistband though, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up folding this in half. If I just put this around my waist, it is, it's way too big. When the hair goes up, you know it's about to be serious. Oh yeah, I can already tell these are gonna be some pretty wide leg pants. Which is the point, that's what I wanted. I literally Googled wide leg pant pattern. And thank goodness I know what I'm doing without any directions, because I know I need to attach the inseam, and this is the front piece. I'm not gonna attach front inseam to front inseam. I'm gonna attach the back inseam to the front inseam. I am loving how yellow these pants are. It just reminds me of sunshine. But even though I love the color, we have a backless bottom problem. To fix this, I need to sew the crotch together, and I'm pretty sure one pant leg goes inside of the other. Like this. Now I'm gonna sew this crotch together. I am speechless. I need to get these tried on as soon as possible. These are a little big. I want them as high-waisted as possible, so I'm going to have to take it in. Also, this waistband is quite... Is it supposed to go over this far? I might have to cut some of this waistband off too. To attach the waistband to the pants, I ended up slip stitching it. Then I finished off by edge stitching around the top and down the sides. I did end up shortening the length of the waistband so that it ended right at the zipper, but then I sewed in 2 hook and eyes, and here's how it turned out.